Amy Duggar King called out for asking for privacy while sharing her husband's health concerns. Amy Duggar King gained notoriety as the cousin of the Duggars. She is the daughter of Deanna Duggar, Jim Bob Duggar's sister. While she appeared in some 19 Kids and Counting episodes, when the show was canceled because of Josh Duggar's first scandal, she no longer filmed with her famous cousins. Amy has been incredibly supportive of her cousin, Jill Duggar, since she left Counting On and her family in 2017. So much has changed over the years, including Amy marrying Dylan King and building a life and family with him. Now that Dylan is facing health challenges, the former reality TV star has opened up to People about what is next for the couple. Amy Duggar King slammed for asking for privacy. During her exclusive with People, Amy Duggar King explained that Dylan King is suffering from a severe diaphragmatic rupture, an extremely rare and dangerous condition that has caused vital organs, including his kidney and parts of his digestive system, to shift into his chest cavity. Amy said she's asking for prayers and privacy as they navigate this difficult journey. Once followers caught wind of the exclusive with the popular magazine, the comment section on her Instagram post about Dylan lit up with criticism. One commenter said, "You asked for privacy but gave a People magazine interview." Someone else slammed her for feeling like such a celebrity to put out a notice like a health update on her husband. Amy wasn't here for the negativity on her Instagram share about Dylan, and she didn't hesitate to respond. She wrote, "I believe in the power of prayer, and when People magazine asked for a story, I know so many people would put him on their prayer lists. That is all." The reality TV star replied about a few misconceptions, revealing that she wasn't paid for the interview and is just a concerned wife with a platform because of her famous family. Amy Duggar King reveals Dylan King's health concerns are serious. Everything isn't all good with Dylan King. Amy Duggar King revealed they have a long journey ahead of them, telling People, "Doctors have made it clear that this is not a quick fix. The risks are high, the procedures complex, and the recovery uncertain. We are taking this one moment at a time, clinging to hope, prayer, and the wisdom of the medical teams who are now walking this road with us." She said she would provide updates when they could, as their main focus will be healing Dylan from this medical issue. Amy and Jill Duggar are still incredibly close, and she will likely lean on her cousin during this trying time as they navigate their next steps. It started with a post, a filtered photo, perhaps, or a tearful video with somber piano music playing in the background. Amy Duggar King, reality TV's more grounded Duggar cousin, took to social media to share an emotional update. Her husband, Dylan King, was dealing with a serious health issue. She didn't give many details, just enough to stir curiosity: a hospital bracelet, a close-up of a worried hand gripping a paper coffee cup, and of course, the caption, "Please respect our privacy at this time." Cue the collective digital sigh. Because here's the thing, the word privacy means something entirely different in the age of curated vulnerability. And if there's one thing the internet never forgets, it's a contradiction. Followers, fans, and critics were quick to respond. "If you want privacy, why post this at all?" One user commented, "Pick a lane," said another. A third chimed in with the snark, "She wants thoughts, prayers, and silence." But beneath the comment section chaos lies something more complex, a portrait of a public figure trying to navigate an increasingly blurry line between personal hardship and public persona. Amy has always been a little bit of an outlier. Not quite in lockstep with the rest of the Duggar clan, she carved her own path, one not wholly defined by modesty rules, television contracts, or the expectations of an audience raised on reality TV. But she didn't entirely reject the spotlight either. She danced with it, flirted with it, occasionally invited it in for coffee. And like so many in the age of Instagram grief, she found herself leaning into the very platforms she hoped might offer support, only to find judgment waiting on the other side. The call for privacy, when echoed through the megaphone of social media, often rings hollow. But that doesn't mean the emotion behind it is any less real. We live in a time where sharing is second nature. A sneeze, a snack, a surgery. It's all content. So when someone posts a personal struggle but simultaneously asks for discretion, the internet smells contradiction. What it often misses, though, is the vulnerability behind that decision. Amy's post wasn't a press release. It was a cry, not necessarily for attention, but for a kind of modern comfort. Digital solidarity. A chorus of well-meaning thinking of you, comments from people she'll never meet, but who know the contours of her life better than some relatives. And yes, maybe it was also a reminder that even the semi-famous bleed and break like the rest of us. Yet the backlash was swift. Screenshots circulated. TikToks were made. Reaction videos broke down the timeline. When she posted how vague she was, whether it aligned with past behavior, some accused her of performative concern. Others defended her, noting that asking for privacy doesn't mean you can't also share your truth. The truth is, we've created a culture that demands openness but punishes oversharing, where a lack of detail is seen as manipulation and too much detail is dismissed as attention-seeking. There's no sweet spot, only shifting goalposts, usually defined by strangers. Amy isn't the first celebrity, or semi-celebrity, to ask for space. In the same breath, she posts a selfie from a hospital waiting room, and she won't be the last. From Chrissy Teigen to Selena Gomez, from influencers with a few thousand followers to household names, the paradox persists. How do you remain human in public without being devoured by the very gaze you sought comfort from? Perhaps the backlash says more about us than her. We're suspicious now, cynical. We've been burned by Fox scandals, clickbait trauma, and manufactured intimacy. We want authenticity, but only on our terms. We want to feel connected, but not manipulated. And if someone dares walk that tightrope, we're ready to knock them off. But let's not forget, privacy is not binary. It's not a door that's either flung open or locked shut. It's a spectrum. And sometimes, people post because they're overwhelmed. Because typing something into the void feels like control. Because saying, "I'm not okay," to an audience of thousands might be easier than saying it out loud to one person in a room. Maybe Amy wanted prayers, not prying. Maybe she needed to feel seen, not interrogated. Or maybe, just maybe, she got swept up in the modern reflex to document everything, even our darkest hours, and only realized the irony after pressing share. There's a performative nature to all of us online. Even the quietest corners of the internet are curated. We light ourselves with ring lights, filter our sorrows, and wrap vulnerability in pastel graphics with quotes about healing and holding space. Amy Duggar King may have misjudged the optics, but who among us hasn't? As the storm settles, what's left is a woman worried for her husband, caught in the crossfire of a society that demands transparency but rarely offers grace. Perhaps we could all afford to be a bit more generous with our interpretations, our judgments, our assumptions. Maybe next time, when someone asks for privacy but speaks from a pulpit of pixels, we take a beat before typing. Maybe we remember that behind the screen, there's a heart beating just as fast as ours when someone they love is hurting. And maybe, just maybe, we let that post sit, unanswered, uncommented, unparsed, just a quiet moment in the feed. A digital candle lit in the cathedral of chaos. Because sometimes the most respectful response is silence.